from Vinegar Syndrome Archive is Blue City. Now, I picked up this primarily because of the cast. It's got Judd Nelson, it's got Ali Sheedy, it's got an incredibly young David Caruso. This is a pre-sunglasses and staring into the distance pensively David Caruso, so it was a little bit unsettling to start with.
Yeah, I thought I could use a hand.
Hey, Billy Turner!
Hey, Joey! Hey, Joey!
You!
Hey!
Yeah! Oh, man.
This film follows Billy Turner, a young man returning to his Florida hometown. We can see at the start, he's a bit of a rogue character, gets into a bar fight at the start just for giggles and having fun. He returns home to find out that his father has been murdered and to find that his hometown is completely rotted from the inside out. Corruption runs through this town, the police, the streets, and the power structure itself.
Hey, you listen to me. Your daddy's gone. And I'm one of the few people left in this town who even remembers who you are.
Teaming up with his father's associates, Billy sets out to uncover the truth and, of course, take revenge. This is small town America as a crime swamp. Sun soaked on the surface, rotten underneath. This sits in that weird, fascinating mid-80s landscape between neo-noir and mainstream action. It has a gritty edge, but also a kind of glossy studio feel to it. It never feels full darkness, but it feels like it leans into moral murkiness more than anything.
I want to know who killed my father.
It's a mystery. Someone shot him right in the head. It's a terrible thing. But I don't know who did it. If I did, I'd tell the police.
I love the fact that this is a big town, but it seems to get boiled down to just a handful of characters, and they're all interesting. You get this idea of corruption from his father's business partner, who seems to be involved with his stepmother mere hours after his father is dead. You get the police chief, who just feels kind of off, who's happy to let these people run around shooting the hell out of each other if they take each other out of the game.
Well, Chief, what a pleasant surprise.
You're rocking the boat, fella.
Well, Chief, I think this is the point where we say that we don't know what you're talking about.
This is one of those movies that just feels slightly off. And I couldn't quite put my finger on why it felt that way. It just did. It has that kind of Brat Pack adjacent casting. You've got Judd Nelson, you've got Ali Sheedy, but this is a much darker, grimier world. David Caruso actually is pretty good in the film. He steals a couple of sequences. He has a bit of an edge to him. He's unpredictable, he's intense, even though he looks like he's got no weight to him whatsoever as a character.
Very nice. You with that blue leisure suit on. That's an embarrassing unit. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Most surprisingly for me is that this was based on an Elmore Leonard novel. Now, his novels are wonderful. Great dialogue, great setup, usually full of amazing characters. And I suppose you can kind of see some of that DNA in it. But they've not embraced it. They've cut away the heart and soul of Elmore Leonard's writing and delivered something that, again, it's fine, but it doesn't really elevate into much more than that. And that kind of comes across in the tone, which is kind of uneven. It never really commits to being as dark as it could be, but that tension between the sort of studio polish and the grit makes it unique and kind of interesting. I mean, it's not a lost classic, but it's exactly the kind of film that I'm happy to rediscover.
Okay, Kurtz, come down, you chicken shit! You little prick! Did you come home to die?
It's a somewhat typical tale. It feels a little bit like the kind of idea behind Roadhouse as well. It has similarities there, although that's a far better cult movie than this one. It's the perfect fit for the VSA range, one of their better movies within that sub-label, and something that I would happily go back and watch again. It's quick, it's easy, it looks good, the performances are very uneven at times. Some of them go into campiness, which is just fun as well. Like I said, uneven filmmaking, but something that is pretty entertaining. Blue City is a flawed but fascinating slice of 80s neo-noir, caught between youthful rebellion and classic crime storytelling, and it doesn't quite fully work, doesn't hit its potential, but there's more than enough here to make it worth your time. I'd love to know your thoughts on Blue City if you've seen it. Let me know in the comment box below whether you loved it, hated it, or fell somewhere in the middle. As always, there's more content up there. You can see more of my stuff. And in the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, manvfilm.com. Always in which you can support. Thanks for watching. See you next time.